great guest with us coming up here in this segment. Congressman Robert Aderholt joins us, and we got a lot to talk about with him. And he's made a couple of pretty good points that I want to hit on here as we discuss what's going on here now. For those who don't know, Congressman Aderholt represents the most pro-Trump district in the entire country. So let me just continue with a slightly different conversation why I originally brought him on, and then we'll get into why I actually brought him on. Congressman Aderholt, thank you very much for joining us. Congressman, do you have any thoughts on Donald Trump and Secretary Elena Chow's 25-cent gas tax, at least idea that's been floated? Have you heard anything about that? Is there any real possibility of that?
Well, good morning, Dale. It's good to be with you. It's really not been much of a topic of discussion up here. And, of course, obviously most of us up here are reluctant to raise taxes. So I think it would be a hard sell on Capitol Hill, especially for the Republicans.
Yeah, I got to believe it. But you know what? I thought the same thing about a 10-cent gas tax here in the state of Alabama as well. So who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
But I have really not heard much. I think there was a lot more discussion in Montgomery about that gas tax, and here I just really not hearing much about it.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move past this. Yesterday, there was a conversation about the Mueller report. I think we know all about this. In a statement after the hearing that was supposed to be about budgets and things of that nature, you said the following: despite what many Democrats promised their voters during many television appearances during the last 2 years, the Mueller report showed no collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. The Democrats should just accept that fact, and that Trump simply had a message that resonated with the voters, and continuing with antics like today is just going to lead to the same outcome next year. The idea here, Congressman, is that, look, you guys on the Democratic side are not interested in using their majority to pass any laws. All they want to do is fight about Trump and Russia. Is that just a public pronouncement by Democrats, or behind the scenes are they doing the exact same thing?
Well, I think it's just evident by everything that the Democrats are doing. Their goal seems to be right now. They know, first of all, they know that the legislation that passes in the House of Representatives is going nowhere. We have a Republican Senate. We have a Republican president. So you're seeing a lot of unusual stuff coming up in the House of Representatives these days, but it's going nowhere. And so they know that their legislation is going nowhere. So I think they feel the best thing that they can do is just to try to beat up on the president and try to turn around the 2020 election. I think they see that Trump is in a very good position to be reelected, and or at least I think they understand that that's a possibility. Now, some of them are just completely off the reservation, thinking that there's no possibility that Trump could be reelected, and they just want to make sure of it. But I think a lot of them are doing this because they know they can't get a legislation through that they want to get passed. But what would make sense if they would try to find some middle ground and to try to work with the Republicans and try to get some good legislation passed. Unfortunately, what their problem is that their base is so far to the left now that if they were to start trying to work with the Republicans, that they would get beat up and they would be just crucified by the Democrats, as the left on the Democrat Party, saying that they're out of touch and that they need to go.
Is the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar wing of the Democratic Party, are they just leading the public? And I know this is a similar question, but I want to ask anyway. Are they leading the party publicly, or are they leading the party behind the scenes? Because Nancy Pelosi said yesterday, basically, or maybe it was the day before, but she said essentially, look, there are people who have a lot of followers on Twitter, and then there are people who can get votes on the floor of the House. She's sort of dismissing them. Are they leading the show behind the scenes or just in public?
Well, I think that as time moves along, I think the Democrat Party is becoming more and more of the AOC and the Omar brand. And so, therefore, that's what they're going for. I think what Nancy Pelosi realizes is, first of all, I think there may be a little jealousy there between her and AOC because, Nancy Pelosi was not on the cover of Time election-year-old that comes to Washington and she's taking all the limelight when Nancy Pelosi is the only female Speaker of the House and one of the few that's become Speaker twice of any male or female. So I think that factors in there. The other factor is that I think Nancy Pelosi knows that if they have hopes of regaining the majority in the president in the 2020 election, that the Democrats have to expand their base. They can't just play to this left-wing socialist ideas, and I think Nancy Pelosi knows that deep in her heart, and so she has to sort of play both ends against the middle.
Yeah, and I think that's very true, but I think everyone argues that leads them down a path to irrelevancy and probably losing the House if those individuals are having to play each other against themselves and try to figure out where in the middle they stand. So what's the gist of the feelings by Republicans who, for the first time in a while, are now in the minority? Do they feel like there's a good chance they take back the House in 2020? Well,
I think initially there was concerns that in a presidential election year it would be difficult for the Republicans to take back control, because if you look historically, in a presidential election year, usually you don't have a big change within the leadership of the House. You do on half years, but you don't on presidential election years. And so therefore, I think that was the concern that, this may not be timing. But because the Democrats have gone so far to the left, and you have the AOCs and the Omars that have really, where they're taking the party, it's like, there may be a good chance that we could make history and take back the party in a presidential election year. And especially, I feel better and better every day about Donald Trump being reelected. I think that he is... he is very popular. I mean, you've got those that are so anti-Trump, but they're the ones that are screaming. They didn't vote for him last time, and yet he won. So I'm encouraged by it, but I think that's their only hope, is to try to some way just try to tear down the president, going back to your original question, and instead of getting substantive legislation passed, it's basically to tear down the president and try to make him look bad in any way that's possible.
Do you have any fear of what's in that report outside of what we've heard so far? Is there anything that you're worried about?
Personally, no. I mean, of course, I don't know what's in the report, but the Attorney General yesterday, was before our subcommittee that I'm the ranking member on, and he was very confident, and he says he will release his report, and he said, this is my summary, and so he's pretty much saying whatever's in there, this is what I came to the conclusion. And I take it that Mueller, when he submitted this to the Attorney General, that he made a conclusion himself, and that conclusion was, there was no collusion.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think it's interesting to see how this is all playing, because they're basically pretending that the report still hasn't come out, and we don't know what's in it, and maybe there's some sort of smoking gun that's about to put all of this out there, and I just don't think that is the case. So I think you're right. I think this is all just about tearing down the President of the United States and planning for 2020. If you had to predict today, do Republicans take back the House?
I would have said 2 months ago, I would say it was probably, we had a 10-20% chance. I think there's probably maybe a 50-50 chance now that we could take back the House. I'm not saying that we definitely will, but I'm saying that because of the way that Trump is going to run strong, and I think that the way the Democrats are taking the party, then I think most of middle America is like saying, we need to vote Republican.
Is there going to be punishment? I'm sorry, last question here. Is there going to be punishment for Ilhan Omar's comments on about 9/11 at a CARE event of all places, saying some people did something and now we've lost our civil rights? Is there going to be any pushback?
I just saw that last night, along with the news reports about that. I really don't know. I've not heard anything about it. I'm sure that there's discussions about that. I don't serve on that on the committee, or of course this may be, I don't know, something that I don't know what the Democrats will do internally, but they pretty much protected all of the Democrats so far and not held them accountable
there we go. Congressman Robert Aderholt, thank you very much for taking the time to join us.
Okay, Dale. Good to be with you. Hope to see you soon.
Always available, always available. We always appreciate it. Thank you so much for that, Congressman Robert Aderholt. Look, here's the deal.